The Science of Success: How to Create Your Own Path. Introduction. Success is not something that happens by chance. It's something you create. Welcome to the Science of Success: How to Create Your Own Path. In this book, we'll explore the proven strategies, mindsets, and habits that can transform your life. Whether you're just starting your journey or looking to take your success to the next level, this book will guide you every step of the way. Success isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. It's a personal path that you have the power to shape. Throughout these chapters, you'll learn how to define success on your own terms, set clear goals, and develop the habits that drive lasting achievement. You'll also discover how to stay motivated, overcome obstacles, and build resilience, so you can keep moving forward, no matter what. But success isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about growth, persistence, and the journey itself. This book will show you how to embrace each step, learn from every challenge, and keep pushing toward your vision. By the end, you'll not only have the tools to succeed, but also the mindset to continue growing and creating new opportunities. Now let's begin your journey to success. Your path is waiting for you. Chapter 1. The Power of Purpose. Success begins with purpose. Without a clear purpose, it's easy to feel lost or aimless. Even when you're working hard, purpose provides direction and meaning, guiding your decisions, actions, and energy towards something that truly matters to you. It's the foundation on which everything else is built. But how do you discover your purpose? How do you know what truly matters to you? And how can you turn that knowledge into action? In this chapter, we'll explore the power of purpose. We'll discuss why it's so important, how to uncover your own sense of purpose, and how to align your life with it. By the end of this chapter, you'll have the tools to build a life that's focused, meaningful, and driven by your own unique sense of purpose. Purpose is the fuel for success. Think about a time in your life when you felt deeply motivated. Perhaps you were working on a project that mattered to you, or you were chasing a goal that felt meaningful. Maybe it was a personal achievement, or something you were doing for others. Whatever it was, you likely felt energized, driven, and focused. Now think about a time when you lacked motivation. Maybe you were going through the motions, completing tasks without passion or excitement. The difference between these two scenarios often comes down to one thing: purpose. Purpose is like fuel. When you know why you're doing something, it gives you the energy to keep going. Without it, you may still take action, but it will feel much harder. Purpose makes things easier by providing a clear reason to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. One real-world example of the power of purpose can be found in the lives of successful entrepreneurs. Take Elon Musk, for example. His purpose isn't just about making money. His purpose is to make life multiplanetary and to ensure the future of humanity. This deeper sense of purpose drives him to overcome setbacks, work long hours, and push the boundaries of what's possible. His work isn't just a job, it's a mission. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you too can find that kind of drive. It gives you the resilience to push through challenges and the passion to keep moving forward, even when the path is tough. Why purpose matters. Purpose isn't just a motivational tool, it's a proven key to success. Research shows that people who have a strong sense of purpose are more likely to achieve their goals. They're more resilient in the face of obstacles, more focused, and better able to manage stress. They also tend to have better mental health and overall well-being. In fact, studies have found that having a sense of purpose can even extend your life. One large study followed more than 6,000 people over several years and found that those with a strong sense of purpose had a lower risk of dying from any cause, including heart disease and cancer. The researchers concluded that purpose can be a powerful force for not just success, but also for living a longer, healthier life. Purpose provides clarity in decision-making. When you know what matters most to you, it becomes easier to make choices that align with your goals. It helps you say no to distractions and focus on what truly matters. When your decisions are aligned with your purpose, it creates momentum. Each step you take builds on the last, moving you closer to your vision. Finding your purpose. Now that we understand why purpose is so important, the next question is, how do you find your purpose? The good news is that purpose isn't something you need to discover all at once. It's not a single grand revelation. Rather, purpose is something you uncover through reflection, exploration, and action. Start by asking yourself some important questions. What do I truly care about? Think about the moments in your life when you felt most alive, most engaged, and most fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? These moments are often clues to what matters most to you. What are my strengths and talents? Your purpose is often closely linked to your unique abilities. What are you naturally good at? What do others admire in you? By identifying your strengths, you can start to see how they might serve a greater purpose. How can I contribute to the world? Purpose often involves contributing to something greater than yourself. It may involve helping others, solving a problem, or making a positive impact in your community or the world. Ask yourself how you want to contribute to the world around you. What would I do if money or fear weren't an issue? This question helps you tap into your true desires, without the constraints of financial or social pressures. If there were no limits, what would you pursue? This can provide insight into your deeper passions. Once you have some answers, start to look for patterns. Your purpose may not be a single clear-cut idea at first. It might take time to define and refine it. But the key is to start. Reflect regularly, stay curious, and be open to exploring new possibilities. Aligning your life with purpose. Once you have a clearer sense of your purpose, the next step is to align your life with it. This doesn't mean changing everything at once. Instead, it's about making intentional choices that bring you closer to your purpose each day. Start by setting goals that are aligned with your purpose. When your goals reflect what truly matters to you, you'll feel more motivated and focused. Instead of chasing success for the sake of success, you'll be working towards something that has real meaning in your life. Create daily habits that reinforce your purpose. If your purpose is to help others, make time each day to serve, whether it's through your work or through personal relationships. If your purpose is to create, set aside time each day to engage in creative activities. Also, be mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Your support system can have a big impact on your ability to live with purpose. Find people who share your values and encourage your growth. Their support can help you stay focused and motivated, especially during tough times. Staying connected to your purpose. Staying connected to your purpose isn't always easy. Life can get busy, and distractions can pull you off course. But when you face challenges or setbacks, your purpose is the anchor that keeps you grounded. It's what will help you persevere when things get tough. To stay connected to your purpose, take time each day to reflect. Revisit the questions you asked yourself earlier. Are you still aligned with your purpose? Are your actions still reflecting what truly matters to you? It's also helpful to regularly revisit your goals and make sure they are still in line with your purpose. If they're not, adjust them. Your purpose can evolve over time, and your goals should adapt to that evolution. Remember, your purpose isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's the guiding force that will keep you on track, even when the road gets rocky. Conclusion. Purpose is the foundation of success. It provides direction, fuels motivation, and helps you stay focused on what truly matters. By discovering your purpose, aligning your life with it, and staying connected to it, you can create a life that's not only successful but also meaningful. As you move forward, keep reflecting on your purpose. Let it guide your decisions and inspire your actions. And most importantly, remember that your purpose is unique to you. It's not something anyone else can define. It's your path, and you have the power to shape it. Now that you understand the power of purpose, you're ready to start building the foundation for your success. Let's move on to the next chapter, where we'll explore how to cultivate the mindset that will support your journey. Chapter 2. The Mindset Shift. The way you think has the power to shape your life. Your mindset determines how you approach challenges, handle setbacks, and ultimately achieve success. If you want to create your own path to success, The first step is to shift your mindset. This chapter will explore the transformative power of a mindset shift. We will dive into the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, explore why your beliefs matter, and provide practical steps to develop a mindset that empowers you to achieve your goals. The two mindsets, fixed versus growth. The concept of mindset was first popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck. She identified two primary types of mindsets: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are set in stone. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges, give up easily, and feel threatened by the success of others. They believe that effort is pointless. If you don't already have the right abilities, failure becomes something to avoid at all costs, because it's seen as a reflection of their lack of ability. On the other hand, a growth mindset is the belief that your abilities can be developed and improved with effort, learning, and perseverance. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, see failure as a learning opportunity, and believe that effort is the key to improvement. They view setbacks as temporary and believe they have the power to change their circumstances through hard work and dedication. Imagine you're faced with a difficult challenge. If you have a fixed mindset, you might avoid the task, thinking that you're not capable of succeeding. But with a growth mindset, you'll approach the challenge with curiosity, knowing that with practice and persistence, you can improve and eventually succeed. This shift in mindset is powerful. It opens up new possibilities and frees you from the limitations of self-doubt. It turns obstacles into opportunities and failure into a stepping stone for growth. Why mindset matters. Your mindset affects every area of your life, from your career to your personal relationships. It influences how you handle stress, deal with failure, and pursue your goals. A growth mindset, in particular, is essential for success, because it helps you remain resilient in the face of setbacks. When you believe that your abilities can grow, you're more likely to persevere, even when things get tough. For example, think about Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison failed thousands of times before he successfully created a working light bulb. But rather than viewing failure as a defeat, he saw each failure as a lesson, a step closer to his goal. His mindset was clear. If one way didn't work, he would try another. And eventually his persistence paid off. Mindset also shapes how you react to feedback and criticism. With a fixed mindset, feedback can feel like a personal attack, reinforcing your belief that you're not capable. But with a growth mindset, feedback is a tool for improvement. You see it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your skills. Your mindset also influences your ability to collaborate and work with others. People with a growth mindset tend to embrace teamwork and learn from others, seeing collaboration as an opportunity to grow. Those with a fixed mindset may feel threatened by others' success or ideas, limiting their potential for growth. How to shift your mindset. Now that we understand why mindset is so important, how can you make this shift? Here are some practical steps to help you develop a growth mindset. 1. Recognize the fixed mindset triggers. The first step in shifting your mindset is to become aware of when you're falling into a fixed mindset. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Do you say things like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do this"? These thoughts are signs of a fixed mindset at work. When you catch yourself thinking this way, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Or how can I improve with effort and practice? Recognizing these thoughts is the first step to changing them. 2. Embrace challenges. People with a growth mindset seek out challenges because they know that challenges are opportunities to learn and grow. Instead of avoiding difficult tasks, take them on with the mindset that they will help you develop new skills and insights. Start small, by taking on tasks that stretch you outside your comfort zone. Over time, as you face and overcome challenges, your confidence will grow, and your belief in your ability to improve will strengthen. 3. Focus on effort, not just results. In a fixed mindset, people often focus solely on the outcome. If they succeed, they feel validated. If they fail, they feel defeated. But with a growth mindset, the focus shifts to effort and progress. Celebrate the effort you put in, regardless of the result. For example, instead of saying, "I didn't win," try saying, "I gave my best effort, and now I know what I need to work on to improve." This shift in thinking helps you stay motivated and focused on the process of growth, not just the end result. 4. Learn from failure. Failure is an inevitable part of success, but how you respond to failure makes all the difference. People with a fixed mindset view failure as a personal failure, but people with a growth mindset see failure as a learning experience. When you fail, take time to reflect on what went wrong. What could you have done differently? What lessons can you apply moving forward? Reframing failure as a learning experience helps you move forward with greater resilience and determination. 5. Cultivate a yet attitude. One of the most powerful words in developing a growth mindset is the word yet. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," add the word yet. For example, "I can't do this yet." This small shift in language reflects the belief that you are capable of growth and improvement. It helps you focus on your potential rather than your current limitations. Real-world examples of mindset shifts. To truly grasp the power of mindset, let's look at some real-world examples. Consider Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Early in his career, he was cut from his high school basketball team. Many people would have seen this as a failure and given up. But Jordan had a growth mindset. He didn't let that setback define him. Instead, he used it as motivation to work harder and improve his skills. That mindset ultimately led him to become one of the most successful athletes in history. Another example is J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her success, Rowling faced rejection after rejection from publishers. She was told her book would never sell, but she refused to give up. She continued to believe in her story and her ability to succeed. Her growth mindset allowed her to persist, and today, she is one of the most successful authors in the world. These examples show the power of mindset in overcoming obstacles and achieving greatness. They prove that success is not about talent alone. It's about resilience, effort, and a willingness to keep growing. Conclusion. A mindset shift is one of the most powerful tools you can use to unlock your potential. By developing a growth mindset, you can embrace challenges, learn from failure, and keep moving forward. No matter what obstacles come your way, remember your mindset is not fixed. You have the power to change it, and in doing so, you can change the course of your life. Shift your thinking, and you'll find that success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. As you continue on your journey, keep practicing these mindset shifts. The more you apply them, the stronger your growth mindset will become. And with that mindset, you'll be able to create your own path to success, one that's shaped by resilience, learning, and growth. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the importance of defining your success, and why it's essential to know exactly what you want before you can achieve it. Chapter 3. Defining your success. Success is a personal journey. It's not a destination that looks the same for everyone. To truly achieve success, you first need to define what success means to you. Without a clear vision of what success looks like, it's easy to get sidetracked, feel lost, or chase goals that don't bring true fulfillment. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of defining your success. We'll discuss why having a clear and personalized definition of success is essential, and we'll guide you through the process of crafting your own definition of success based on your values, passions, and life goals. Why defining success matters. Success means different things to different people. For some, success may be climbing the corporate ladder, while for others, it could be creating art or raising a family. The problem is that society often imposes a single definition of success. We're told that success is about wealth, status, or achievements that are recognized by others. But this one-size-fits-all idea of success can lead to frustration and burnout, because it doesn't account for personal values or unique aspirations. To achieve real success, you must define what it means to you. Without this clarity, you might pursue goals that don't align with your true desires. Or worse, you could chase someone else's version of success and never feel fulfilled. Defining your success gives you the power to chart your own course and build a life that's aligned with your deepest values and aspirations. The problem with generic definitions of success: when you ask people what success looks like, many will give answers like being rich, being famous, or having power. These are external markers of success, things that others can see or measure. But true success isn't just about outward appearances. It's about living a life that feels fulfilling, meaningful, and aligned with your inner purpose. When you only focus on external markers, you risk falling into a trap of comparison. You may find yourself measuring your success based on other people's achievements, rather than your own. This can lead to constant dissatisfaction. The truth is, what works for someone else may not work for you. What looks like success for one person might not be the same for you. And that's okay. Let's take the example of a corporate executive who seems to have it all: a high-paying job, prestige, and recognition. From the outside, their life looks like a success. But if this person values family time or personal freedom more than wealth and status, they might feel unfulfilled despite their external accomplishments. On the other hand, someone who prioritizes time with loved ones might find success in being present for their family, even if it means making sacrifices in other areas. This is why it's crucial to define your own success, one that aligns with your values, passions, and long-term goals. When you create a personalized definition of success, you gain control over your life and purpose. Clarifying your values and priorities. The first step in defining your success is to get clear on your values. Your values are the guiding principles that shape how you live, work, and make decisions. They are the things that matter most to you, whether it's family, health, freedom, creativity, or service to others. Take a moment to reflect on the following questions. What matters most to me in life? Think about the things that make you feel alive, fulfilled, and at peace. Is it spending time with loved ones? Is it achieving personal goals? Is it making a difference in the world? Identifying what truly matters will give you a solid foundation for your success. What do I want my life to stand for? Consider the legacy you want to leave behind. What do you want people to say about you when you're no longer around? Your legacy isn't just about what you achieve. It's about the kind of person you are and the impact you have on others. What are my non-negotiables? These are the things in life you're not willing to compromise. For example, maybe you're not willing to sacrifice your health or family time for career success. Defining your non-negotiables ensures you build a life that supports your priorities, rather than compromising them for external pressures. Aligning your goals with your definition of success. Once you've clarified your values, the next step is to set goals that align with your personalized definition of success. Your goals should reflect what you want to achieve, not what others think you should achieve. Start by asking yourself, what are my long-term dreams and aspirations? This could be anything from starting a business, traveling the world, or making a difference in your community. These dreams are the foundation of your success. Define them clearly, so you can create a roadmap to achieve them. What specific steps can I take to bring my vision to life? Break your big dreams into actionable, achievable goals. For example, if your dream is to start a business, some actionable goals might include researching your industry, writing a business plan, or finding a mentor who can guide you through the process. When you align your goals with your values and your vision of success, it becomes easier to stay motivated. Every step you take will be toward a life that feels meaningful and true to you, rather than simply following a path that society or others expect you to take. Balancing personal and professional success. Success isn't just about career achievements, it's about creating balance in all areas of life. To truly define success, you must consider both personal and professional aspects of your life. Let's look at an example of balancing personal and professional success. Imagine someone who has built a thriving business, but has sacrificed family time, health, and personal growth in the process. While they may be successful in their career, they may feel a sense of emptiness in other parts of their life. This is why defining success must involve considering all aspects of your life, and what truly matters to you. Perhaps your success means excelling in your career, but it also includes making time for hobbies, maintaining close relationships, or staying healthy. Perhaps it involves striking a balance between personal growth and helping others. Whatever your definition, make sure it reflects the full scope of who you are and what you value. Measuring success beyond achievements. Once you've defined your success, it's important to measure it beyond just the tangible achievements. Success is not just about checking items off a list. It's about feeling fulfilled, happy, and at peace with your choices. As you evaluate your success, ask yourself these questions. Am I happy with the direction my life is headed? Happiness is a powerful indicator of success. If you feel fulfilled in your relationships, work, and personal life, you're on the right path. Am I growing and evolving? Success is also about progress, not perfection. Are you learning new skills, expanding your horizons, and growing into the person you want to be? Am I living in alignment with my values? True success means living in a way that aligns with your values and priorities. If you find that your actions and decisions are aligned with your values, that's a powerful sign that you're on the right track. Embracing your unique path. Remember, success is unique to each person. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. Your path may look different from others, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to honor your values and create a life that feels fulfilling and meaningful to you. As you move forward, continue to refine and redefine what success means to you. Life changes, and your definition of success may evolve over time. And that's okay too. The important thing is to stay true to yourself and keep moving forward on your path. Conclusion. Defining your success is the first step toward creating a life that is truly fulfilling. When you define success based on your values, passions, and goals, you build a life that feels authentic and meaningful. By taking the time to clarify your vision and align your goals with your deeper purpose, you set yourself up for long-term success that's personal, rewarding, and aligned with who you are. In the next chapter, we'll explore the science of goal setting. You'll learn how to set effective, achievable goals that will keep you on track and motivated as you work toward your personalized definition of success. Chapter 4. The Science of Goal Setting. Goal setting is one of the most powerful tools for success. But setting goals isn't as simple as just writing something down and hoping it happens to truly achieve your goals. You need to understand the science behind goal setting. The way you set your goals, the way you plan, and the mindset you adopt all play a crucial role in whether you succeed. In this chapter, we'll dive into the science of goal setting, exploring how to set effective and achievable goals. We'll also look at how to create a plan that helps you stay on track, as well as how to overcome obstacles and maintain motivation along the way. Why goal setting works. You've likely heard the saying, a goal without a plan is just a wish. But why is it that some people can set a goal and achieve it, while others struggle to make any progress? The science behind goal setting shows us that it's not just about writing down an objective. It's about the process, mindset, and techniques that help turn a goal into reality. Research has shown that people who set specific goals are more likely to achieve them than those who don't set goals at all. The American Society of Training and Development found that you have a 65% chance of achieving a goal if you make it public. But that percentage increases to 95% if you set specific goals and create a plan to achieve them. The key here is clarity. When you set specific, clear goals, your brain activates areas associated with focus and motivation. In fact, studies show that the process of goal setting helps your brain prioritize the steps needed to achieve the goal, and it enhances your ability to stay focused despite distractions. Setting SMART goals. One of the most popular and effective methods for goal setting is the SMART framework. SMART stands for specific. Your goal should be clear and unambiguous. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say I want to increase my sales by 20% in the next 3 months. Measurable. You need to be able to track your progress. For example, if your goal is to get fit, it's helpful to track the number of days you work out or how much weight you can lift. Having measurable goals allows you to stay motivated and see how far you've come. Achievable. Your goals should be challenging, but still possible. Setting a goal that's too ambitious can lead to discouragement. It's important to strike a balance between pushing yourself and setting a goal that you can reasonably accomplish. Relevant. Ensure that your goal matters to you. It should align with your values, aspirations, and the bigger picture of your life. If your goal isn't relevant to you personally, you'll lack the motivation to stay on track. Time-bound. Your goal should have a deadline or time frame. Without a time frame, you may lose urgency or delay taking action. A set deadline creates a sense of purpose and helps you stay focused. Let's say your goal is to start a business. A smart goal would be, I will launch my online business within the next 6 months by researching the market, building a website, and developing a product. This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Breaking goals down into manageable steps. Once you've set your SMART goal, the next step is breaking it down into smaller manageable steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, especially when you look at them as a whole, but when you break them into smaller tasks, they become more achievable. For example, if your goal is to write a book, don't just think, I want to write a book. Instead, break it down into smaller steps, like outline the chapters. Write 500 words per day. Edit 1 chapter per week. Research publishing options. These smaller steps create a clear roadmap for achieving your larger goal. With each small task you complete, you build momentum, making it easier to continue moving forward. The power of visualization. Visualization is another powerful tool in the science of goal setting. Studies have shown that when you vividly imagine yourself achieving a goal, your brain processes it in a similar way to actually doing the task. This creates a sense of familiarity and confidence, which can make the goal feel more attainable. Take a moment to visualize yourself achieving your goal. What does it look like? How does it feel? Who is there to celebrate with you? The more detailed and vivid your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Visualization not only boosts motivation, but also helps with overcoming obstacles. When you visualize potential setbacks, your brain can prepare for them and develop strategies for how to handle them. This way, you're less likely to be thrown off course when challenges arise. Tracking your progress and staying accountable. Another important aspect of goal setting is tracking your progress. It's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate results, but keeping track of your progress helps you stay focused and motivated. Whether it's through a journal, an app, or a spreadsheet, tracking your progress allows you to see how much you've accomplished. It also gives you a sense of achievement, which can motivate you to keep going. Accountability is also a key factor in goal achievement. Share your goals with a friend, family member, or mentor who can check in with you regularly. Knowing that someone else is aware of your progress can be a powerful motivator to stay on track. Dealing with setbacks. No journey to success is without its setbacks. You will face challenges along the way, whether it's a missed deadline, a failed attempt, or unexpected obstacles. But it's not the setbacks that determine success. It's how you respond to them. People with a growth mindset see setbacks as opportunities to learn. Rather than viewing failure as a reason to give up, they treat it as a lesson. For example, if you're working on a project and hit a roadblock, instead of getting discouraged, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What could I do differently next time? By reframing setbacks as part of the learning process, you maintain motivation and keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. The importance of flexibility. While it's essential to set clear goals and stick to your plan, it's equally important to remain flexible. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes circumstances change. If you encounter a significant obstacle, or realize your original goal no longer aligns with your values, don't be afraid to adjust. Flexibility allows you to adapt, without losing sight of your overall vision. For instance, if you initially set a goal to increase your sales by 20%, but after several months, you realize the market conditions have changed, you might adjust your goal to focus on customer retention instead. Flexibility ensures that you're always moving toward a goal that feels relevant and achievable, even if that goal evolves along the way. The final push: building momentum. Achieving your goals requires consistency. It's the small, consistent actions, over time, that lead to big results. That's why it's important to stay focused, Even when progress feels slow, celebrate the small wins along the way, because every step forward brings you closer to your end goal. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of ongoing effort, persistence, and a clear plan. As you continue to break down your goals, track your progress, and adjust when necessary, you'll build momentum that keeps you moving forward. Conclusion. Goal setting is a powerful science that helps you turn your dreams into reality. By setting smart goals, breaking them down into manageable steps, and using strategies like visualization and progress tracking, you can stay motivated and on track. The key to success is understanding that goals are not just about achieving an end result. They are about the journey, the process, and the growth that happens along the way. As you continue to apply these principles, you'll find that not only will you reach your goals, but you'll also become a better, more focused version of yourself. In the next chapter, we'll explore the role of discipline and habits in achieving success. You'll learn how to build strong, supportive habits that will help you stay on course and keep making progress, day by day. Chapter 5. The role of discipline and habits. Success is not just about setting the right goals or having the right mindset. It's also about the daily actions you take to move closer to those goals. This is where discipline and habits come into play. Discipline keeps you focused, and habits build the structure that supports consistent progress. In this chapter, we'll explore the crucial role that discipline and habits play in achieving long-term success. We'll break down why discipline is important, how habits shape your life, and how you can develop the discipline and habits that will support your journey to success. What is discipline? Discipline is often seen as the ability to resist short-term temptations in order to achieve long-term goals. It's the self-control that allows you to stick with your plans, even when things get tough, or when distractions come your way. Discipline is not about rigid willpower. It's about making conscious choices that align with your bigger vision. Imagine you've set a goal to write a book. Writing requires consistent effort over time, and there will be days when you don't feel like sitting down and writing. Discipline is the ability to push past those moments of resistance and commit to the action you've chosen, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. Discipline also involves having the ability to delay gratification. It's about choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. For example, you might pass up watching your favorite TV show to spend that time working on a project that will bring you closer to your goals. Why discipline is essential for success. Discipline is the backbone of success because it keeps you on track, even when motivation fades. Motivation is powerful, but it's often temporary and fleeting. There will be days when you wake up full of energy and drive, and there will be days when you feel like giving up. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward on the days when motivation is low. The key to developing discipline is making your goals and actions non-negotiable. When you commit to something, make it a priority in your life. If writing a book is a goal, set a daily writing time, and don't let anything interfere with it. Discipline is about creating habits that make the pursuit of your goals automatic. There's an interesting concept called the discipline muscle. Like any muscle, it can be strengthened over time. When you practice discipline consistently, it becomes easier to maintain. The more you stick to your commitments, the stronger your discipline becomes, making it easier to face future challenges. The science of habits. Habits are behaviors that we do automatically, without much thought. They are formed through repeated actions, and over time, these actions become ingrained in our daily routine. In fact, studies show that over 40% of our daily actions are driven by habits. That's right, almost half of what we do every day is not consciously chosen, but rather driven by the habits we've formed. Habits can be positive or negative. Positive habits help us stay focused, productive, and healthy, while negative habits can lead us off track and undermine our success. The good news is that you can create new habits and replace old ones. But it takes time, consistency, and effort. The process of building a new habit follows a pattern known as the cue routine reward loop. Here's how it works. Cue. A trigger that prompts the behavior. This could be a time of day, an emotion, or an external situation. Routine. The behavior you perform in response to the cue. For example, if you're trying to build the habit of exercise, your routine might be doing a 10-minute workout each morning. Reward the positive feeling or benefit you get after completing the behavior. It could be the feeling of accomplishment, an increase in energy, or even the enjoyment of seeing progress over time. Over time, the more you repeat this cycle, the more the behavior becomes automatic. The reward strengthens the habit loop, making it easier and more natural to continue. Building positive habits. Building positive habits requires a few key steps. Start small. The best way to build a new habit is to start with small, manageable steps. If your goal is to exercise daily, don't try to commit to an hour-long workout right away. Start with 10 minutes and gradually increase the time as it becomes easier to stick to. Be consistent. Consistency is key to habit formation. The more frequently you repeat a behavior, the more it becomes ingrained in your routine. Try to practice your new habit every day, or at least several times a week, so that it becomes part of your lifestyle. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Instead of obsessing over results, focus on the daily actions. If you're building a habit of writing, focus on writing 500 words a day, rather than stressing over how many pages you'll have completed in a month. Enjoy the process, and celebrate each step forward. Use triggers. Pair your new habit with an existing routine or trigger. For example, if you want to start meditating, do it right after brushing your teeth in the morning. The act of brushing your teeth will serve as a cue to remind you to meditate. Track your progress. Tracking your progress keeps you motivated and helps reinforce your commitment. It also allows you to see how far you've come. Whether it's a simple journal, an app, or a calendar, marking off each day that you complete your habit can be a powerful motivator. Overcoming habit challenges. Building habits can be challenging. You'll likely face days when you feel tempted to skip your new behavior, or when life gets in the way. This is normal, but the key is not to let these setbacks derail you. Here are some tips for overcoming common habit challenges. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you miss a day, or fall off track, don't beat yourself up. Instead, acknowledge the setback, and get back on track the next day. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means getting back to it, even after mistakes. Use if-then planning. If you anticipate obstacles, plan for them in advance. For example, if you know that you tend to skip your workout when you're tired, plan for an alternative. If I feel too tired to go to the gym, then I'll do a 10-minute home workout instead. This way, you have a solution ready, even when life doesn't go as planned. Celebrate small wins. Every time you stick to your habit, no matter how small the action, take a moment to celebrate. This helps reinforce the behavior and keeps you motivated to continue. Celebrating small wins also builds positive momentum. The role of discipline in habit formation. While habits are automatic, discipline is what helps you start and maintain them. It takes discipline to form new habits, especially in the early stages. Without discipline, it's easy to give up when things feel tough, or when motivation wanes. Discipline helps you stay consistent, even when you don't feel like it. When you have the discipline to show up every day, even on days when you feel tired or distracted, your habits slowly start to form and become second nature. In many ways, discipline and habits are two sides of the same coin. Discipline helps you create the structure needed to form new habits, and habits, once established, make discipline easier because they become part of your automatic routine. Conclusion. Discipline and habits are the pillars of long-term success. Discipline provides the structure and self-control needed to stay focused on your goals, while habits create the automatic actions that help you stay consistent. Building positive habits requires patience, consistency, and self-compassion. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to make these behaviors part of your everyday routine. Over time, your habits will support your success, making it easier to achieve your goals and stay on track. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to overcome challenges and setbacks, and how you can turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. Chapter 6. Overcoming Challenges and Setbacks. Success is rarely a straight path. No matter how clear your goals are, how strong your mindset is, or how disciplined your habits become, challenges and setbacks are inevitable. They are part of the journey. However, how you respond to these obstacles can be the difference between success and failure. In this chapter, we will explore how to overcome challenges and setbacks. We'll look at how to embrace failure as a part of growth, how to stay resilient in tough times, and how to turn obstacles into opportunities. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a new perspective on setbacks and a set of practical tools to keep moving forward, no matter what comes your way. The nature of challenges. Challenges come in many forms. It might be a major setback, like losing a job, facing a financial crisis, or dealing with a health issue. Or it could be smaller, everyday obstacles, like losing motivation, encountering self-doubt, or hitting a roadblock in your work. Regardless of their size, these challenges can feel overwhelming at times, especially when you're working toward a goal. The key to overcoming challenges is to remember that they are part of the process. Every successful person has faced challenges along the way. What sets them apart is how they've responded. Challenges don't have to define you. They can refine you. They provide the opportunity to grow stronger, learn new lessons, and refine your strategies. The importance of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. It's the quality that allows you to remain steadfast, even when things go wrong. Resilient people don't dwell on the negatives or let failure hold them back. Instead, they focus on what they can learn from the situation and how they can adjust their plans moving forward. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's something you build over time. It's a skill that can be developed and strengthened by how you respond to life's difficulties. Developing resilience doesn't mean you won't feel frustration, disappointment, or sadness in the face of setbacks. It means you won't let those emotions stop you. You will find a way to rise again. One way to build resilience is to focus on your why. When you remember the purpose behind your goals, the reason why you're working toward them, it becomes easier to keep going, even when things get tough. A strong sense of purpose helps you persevere, because you're reminded that your efforts matter, even in difficult times. Reframing failure as a lesson. Failure is often seen as the opposite of success. We've been taught to avoid failure at all costs. However, failure isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Failure is a crucial part of the learning process. It's how we grow, improve, and ultimately succeed. Every time you fail, you gain valuable feedback. You learn what doesn't work, which brings you one step closer to finding out what does. Thomas Edison, when asked about his thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perspective on failure was simple. Failure is not the end, it's simply a part of the journey toward success. When you face failure, instead of thinking of it as a defeat, reframe it as a lesson. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? How can I improve from this experience? This mindset shift turns failure into a tool for growth. Every setback becomes an opportunity to refine your strategy and build a stronger foundation for future success. Staying motivated through difficult times. During challenging times, staying motivated can feel nearly impossible. The energy you had at the start of your journey might fade, or the obstacles in front of you might seem insurmountable. But maintaining motivation in tough times is one of the most important skills you can develop. Here are some strategies to help you stay motivated during difficult periods. Remember your why. As mentioned earlier, your purpose is what keeps you going when motivation wanes. Revisit the reasons why you set your goals in the first place. Reflect on what achieving your goal would mean for your life, and let that drive you to keep pushing forward. Break your goals into smaller tasks. Sometimes the big picture can feel overwhelming. Break down your goals into small, manageable tasks. When you focus on one small step at a time, the journey feels less daunting, and you can maintain a sense of accomplishment with each task you complete. Celebrate small wins. Even during difficult times, take time to celebrate the small victories. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Celebrate progress, not perfection. This helps keep your spirits high and reminds you that progress is still being made. Stay flexible. The path to success is rarely a straight line. If one approach isn't working, try another. Don't be afraid to adjust your plan or pivot in a new direction. Flexibility allows you to stay open to new possibilities, even when things don't go as planned. Connect with others. Sometimes the best way to stay motivated is to lean on others for support. Share your struggles and progress with friends, family, or colleagues. They can offer encouragement, advice, and a fresh perspective that might help you stay focused and motivated. Turning obstacles into opportunities. Challenges often come with hidden opportunities. They force you to get creative, think outside the box, and find solutions that you might not have considered otherwise. Rather than viewing obstacles as barriers, try to see them as opportunities for innovation and growth. For example, if your business plan isn't working as expected, perhaps it's a sign that you need to pivot or offer a new product. If you're facing financial challenges, it might push you to get more creative with your budgeting, or find new sources of income. Setbacks often provide the opportunity to reassess your approach and refine your strategies. It's also important to stay open to new perspectives. Sometimes an obstacle can teach you a valuable lesson that completely changes the way you approach your work or life. Embrace the idea that challenges are not just things that happen to you. They are experiences that shape you and help you grow into a more resourceful, adaptable, and capable person. Developing a growth mindset in the face of setbacks. A growth mindset is crucial when dealing with challenges and setbacks. As we discussed in Chapter 2, a growth mindset is the belief that you can improve and learn through effort, perseverance, and learning from your mistakes. This mindset turns setbacks into learning opportunities. When faced with challenges, people with a growth mindset don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" They embrace challenges, persist through difficulties, and see failure as a stepping stone to improvement. Developing a growth mindset allows you to face challenges with confidence, knowing that your effort will lead to growth and eventual success. The more you practice this mindset, the more resilient you'll become in the face of adversity. Conclusion. Setbacks and challenges are an inevitable part of the journey toward success. They test your resilience, your commitment, and your ability to adapt. But how you respond to them makes all the difference. By reframing failure as a lesson, staying motivated during difficult times, and turning obstacles into opportunities, you can continue moving forward, no matter what challenges arise. Remember, every successful person has faced setbacks along the way. What sets them apart is their ability to keep going, even when things get tough. With the right mindset and strategies, you can turn challenges into stepping stones and continue building the path to your success. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the power of consistency. We'll explore how small, consistent actions lead to massive results, and why consistency is one of the most important keys to achieving your goals. Chapter 7. The power of consistency. Success isn't built overnight. It's not about making a single grand gesture or achieving one massive breakthrough. Instead, it's about the daily, consistent actions you take that move you closer to your goals. It's about showing up, even when it feels hard, and continuing to put in the effort, day after day. In this chapter, we'll explore the incredible power of consistency. We'll discuss how small, repeated actions lead to big results, how to stay consistent even when motivation wanes, and why consistency is the secret ingredient that separates those who succeed from those who don't. The compound effect of small actions. One of the most powerful concepts when it comes to consistency is the compound effect. This idea is simple. Small, consistent actions accumulate over time and lead to massive results. At first, these small actions might seem insignificant. You might wonder, how can doing something small every day make a real difference? But the truth is that consistency is what turns little actions into monumental outcomes. Think about something as simple as saving money. If you save $10 a week, it doesn't seem like much at first. But if you continue saving $10 every week for a year, That's $520. Keep saving for 5 years, and you've accumulated $2,600 over time. Those small, consistent deposits grow into something substantial. The same principle applies to any area of your life. Whether it's writing 500 words a day, exercising for 20 minutes each morning, or dedicating an hour each evening to learning a new skill, those small, consistent efforts add up. Eventually, they will lead to significant progress and success. The key is understanding that success doesn't require perfection. It just requires persistence. The psychology of consistency. So why does consistency work? The answer lies in the way our brains respond to repeated actions. When you consistently take small actions toward a goal, your brain begins to recognize these actions as habits. Once a habit is formed, it requires less mental energy to maintain. What once felt like a big effort eventually becomes automatic. This is why consistency is so powerful. In the beginning, building a new habit can feel like a struggle, but over time, as you continue to show up, the behavior becomes ingrained. It starts to feel natural, and before you know it, you're making progress without even thinking about it. Psychologically, consistency also helps you build momentum. Momentum is like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but the more you keep it moving, the faster and larger it grows. Every day you stick with your actions, you're building that momentum. When you hit roadblocks, momentum makes it easier to keep going. It helps you push past resistance and continue moving forward. Why consistency beats motivation? Motivation is often seen as the key to success. We wait for that burst of inspiration, that moment when we feel fired up and ready to take action. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Some days you feel incredibly motivated, and other days you can barely get yourself to start. This is where consistency comes in. Consistency doesn't rely on motivation. It's a decision to show up, regardless of how you feel. When you make consistency a priority, you stop waiting for motivation to strike. You start creating a routine that doesn't require constant bursts of energy or excitement. You just do the work, day in and day out. This is why so many successful people talk about the importance of showing up every day. It's not about waiting for perfect conditions or feeling inspired. It's about creating a habit and making that habit a non-negotiable part of your life. The role of accountability in consistency. One of the best ways to stay consistent is by holding yourself accountable. Accountability helps you stay committed, especially when your motivation is low or when you're tempted to procrastinate. There are several ways to build accountability into your journey. Track your progress. Keeping a record of your daily actions helps you see your progress over time. Whether it's crossing off a calendar or logging your work in a journal, seeing your streak of consistent effort builds momentum and encourages you to keep going. Share your goals with others. Telling a friend, mentor, or colleague about your goals adds an extra layer of accountability. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitment can push you to follow through, even when you don't feel like it. Join a group or community. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who share similar goals. When you're part of a group that supports and encourages each other, you're more likely to stay consistent. Whether it's an online group, a fitness class, or a mastermind group, community helps you stay accountable. Create rewards and consequences. Reward yourself for staying consistent. For example, after a week of sticking to your goals, treat yourself to something special. On the flip side, if you miss a day or fall off track, set consequences that help you stay motivated to get back on track. Overcoming the challenges to consistency. Despite its power, consistency can be hard to maintain. Life gets in the way, distractions arise, and sometimes we just don't feel like doing the work. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond when consistency feels difficult. Here are a few strategies to help you stay consistent, even when challenges arise. Make it easy. One of the best ways to build consistency is to make it as easy as possible to do the work. If you want to develop the habit of writing, leave your writing tools out where you can see them. If you want to work out regularly, set out your gym clothes the night before. The easier you make it to take action, the more likely you are to stay consistent. Commit to small actions. Sometimes the hardest part is getting started. If you commit to doing just one small task, whether it's writing one paragraph, doing one set of exercises, or reading one page, you may find that once you start, you're motivated to continue. Even if you only manage a small step, it's still progress. Allow for flexibility. While consistency is important, it's also important to be flexible. Life happens, and sometimes things don't go according to plan. If you miss a day, don't see it as failure. Just get back on track the next day. Flexibility allows you to stay consistent over the long term, without being overly hard on yourself when things don't go perfectly. Find joy in the process. Consistency becomes easier when you enjoy the process, not just the outcome. If you're doing something that you genuinely find rewarding or fulfilling, you're more likely to stick with it. Focus on the enjoyment and growth that comes with each step, not just the end result. The long-term rewards of consistency. While consistency often feels slow and steady, the results speak for themselves. The compounding effect of daily actions, combined with the momentum you build over time, leads to extraordinary results. Small, consistent steps lead to big achievements that can transform your life in ways you can't always predict at the start. The secret to success is simple. Show up every day. Do the work, no matter how small. Trust that those actions will add up over time, and stay committed to your goals, even when things get tough. Remember, success is not about one big leap. It's about the daily consistent steps you take toward your vision. Whether you're building a business, improving your health, or learning a new skill, consistency is the key that unlocks the door to lasting success. Conclusion. The power of consistency is undeniable. It's the small daily actions that, over time, lead to big results. Consistency doesn't require perfection, but it does require commitment. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that your efforts will pay off in the long run. As you continue to pursue your goals, remember that success is not achieved through sporadic bursts of effort, but through consistent action. Keep showing up every day, and over time, you'll build the momentum that carries you to success. In the next chapter, we'll explore the importance of building resilience. You'll learn how to develop the mental and emotional strength needed to overcome challenges, stay motivated, and keep pushing forward toward your goals. Chapter 8. Building Resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to stay strong in the face of setbacks, and to keep going when things get tough. It's one of the most important qualities you can develop on your journey to success. Life is full of challenges, and no path to success is without its obstacles. The key to overcoming these challenges lies in your ability to remain resilient and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult things may get. In this chapter, we'll explore the power of resilience. We'll look at how to build resilience, how to use it to overcome adversity, and why it's a crucial factor in long-term success. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a deeper understanding of what resilience is, why it's essential, and how you can cultivate it in your own life. What is resilience? Resilience isn't about avoiding stress or hardship. It's about how you respond to those difficulties. It's about maintaining your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, despite the challenges that life throws your way. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel frustrated, upset, or defeated at times. It means that you have the strength to keep going, even when things aren't going your way. Think about a rubber band. When you stretch it, it pulls, but it doesn't break. That's what resilience is like. It's the ability to stretch under pressure, but bounce back to its original shape. In the same way, resilient people can handle the stress and strain of challenges without being overwhelmed by them. Why resilience matters. Resilience is essential because, without it, setbacks and failures can derail your progress. In life, things won't always go as planned. There will be times when you experience disappointment, failure, or rejection. But resilience gives you the ability to stay focused on your goals and recover from setbacks, rather than giving up. In fact, research shows that resilient people are more likely to succeed in the long run. Studies have found that resilience is linked to better mental health, improved decision-making, and greater life satisfaction. People who are resilient are more likely to persevere through tough times, learn from their experiences, and keep moving forward toward their goals. In many ways, resilience is the foundation of success. It's what allows you to keep going even when motivation fades, when you face obstacles, or when you feel like quitting. It's the secret to achieving long-term success and creating lasting change in your life. How to build resilience. Building resilience is not something that happens overnight. It's a gradual process. However, it's a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time with practice and the right mindset. Here are some ways you can build resilience. Cultivate a positive mindset. Resilience starts with your mindset. When you face challenges, having a positive outlook allows you to view those challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than insurmountable obstacles. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties in your life. It means choosing to focus on what you can control and how you can learn from the experience. For example, if you face a setback at work, instead of focusing on how unfair or discouraging it is, shift your focus to what you can learn from the situation. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I improve going forward? This shift in perspective helps you stay resilient and motivated, even when things don't go your way. Develop strong relationships. One of the most important factors in building resilience is having a strong support system. Resilient people often have a network of friends, family or colleagues who they can turn to during tough times. These relationships provide emotional support, encouragement and guidance when you need it most. If you don't already have a strong support system, make an effort to build one. Connect with people who inspire you, who lift you up, and who encourage your growth. When you have people to lean on, it becomes easier to navigate challenges and recover from setbacks. Embrace failure as a learning experience. Resilient people don't fear failure. They embrace it. Failure is an inevitable part of success, and those who are resilient understand that failure is not the end, but rather a stepping stone on the path to success. When you fail, take the time to reflect on what went wrong and what you can learn from the experience. Failure is an opportunity to grow, refine your strategies, and come back stronger. The more you embrace failure as part of the process, the more resilient you become. You stop seeing setbacks as personal defeats, and start seeing them as valuable lessons that can help you improve and move forward. Stay flexible and adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and the path to success is rarely linear. Resilient people are flexible and able to adapt to changing circumstances. When things don't go according to plan, they pivot and find new ways to reach their goals. Being able to adapt to challenges and adjust your approach when necessary is a critical part of resilience. For example, if you're working on a project and things aren't going as expected, don't be afraid to reassess your strategy. Are there different approaches you can take? Is there a new solution to the problem that you haven't considered? Resilience isn't about sticking to the same plan no matter what. It's about being willing to change course when necessary, and finding new ways to move forward. Practice self-care and stress management. Building resilience requires taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally. Stress can be overwhelming, and if you don't have strategies in place to manage it, it can lead to burnout. Practice self-care techniques, like exercise, meditation, journaling, or spending time with loved ones. When you take care of your mind and body, you build the strength you need to face challenges with resilience. Remember, resilience isn't about being tough all the time. It's about knowing when to rest and recharge, so that you can keep going. Self-care helps you build the energy and mental clarity you need to bounce back from adversity. The role of perseverance in resilience. Perseverance is closely linked to resilience. It's the quality that keeps you going when things are difficult, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when progress feels slow. Resilient people are persistent. They don't give up after one failure or disappointment. They keep moving forward, one step at a time, until they reach their goal. Perseverance is a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. The more you practice sticking with your goals, even in the face of challenges, the more you'll develop your resilience and perseverance. And the more you persevere, the more success you'll experience, because you'll be able to overcome obstacles that would stop others in their tracks. Turning setbacks into strengths. The true test of resilience is how you respond to setbacks. Every setback you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, learn more, and get closer to your ultimate success. Resilient people know that setbacks aren't permanent. They're just part of the journey. When you face a setback, instead of dwelling on how unfair or frustrating it is, ask yourself, how can I use this experience to become stronger? What can you do differently? What can you learn? The more you turn setbacks into strengths, the more resilient you become. Conclusion. Resilience is the key to navigating life's challenges and staying on track toward your goals. It's not about avoiding obstacles. It's about how you respond when they arise. By developing resilience, you strengthen your ability to handle adversity, stay focused on your goals, and keep moving forward, no matter what. Remember, resilience is built over time. It's developed through practice, perseverance, and a mindset that embraces challenges as opportunities to grow. As you continue on your path to success, keep building your resilience. With each setback you overcome, you'll become stronger, more determined, and more capable of achieving your dreams. In the next chapter, we'll explore the importance of time management. You'll learn how to make the most of your time and stay organized, so you can focus on what truly matters and move closer to your goals every day. Chapter 9. The importance of time management. Time is the one resource we all share equally. It doesn't matter how rich, powerful, or successful you are. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but how you use those 24 hours can make all the difference in your ability to achieve success. Effective time management is the key to ensuring that your goals, dreams, and priorities are met, day after day. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of time management. We'll dive into strategies for making the most of your time, how to prioritize tasks that matter, and how to stay organized so that you can stay on track with your goals. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a clear understanding of why time management is essential and how to start applying it to your daily life. Why time management matters. We've all experienced days where we feel like we've been busy all day but haven't accomplished anything meaningful. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of tasks, emails, meetings, and distractions. However, without proper time management, you risk spending your time on things that aren't moving you toward your goals. Effective time management isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. When you manage your time well, you can focus on the tasks that contribute to your long-term success while minimizing distractions and unimportant activities. Time management also helps reduce stress. When you know exactly what you need to do, and when you need to do it, you're less likely to feel overwhelmed. You can work with a clear focus, complete tasks efficiently, and avoid procrastination. In short, good time management empowers you to make the most of every single day. The benefits of time management. Good time management brings a range of benefits, including increased productivity. When you manage your time effectively, you're able to complete tasks faster and with better results. By prioritizing important tasks and avoiding distractions, you can accomplish more in less time. Improved focus. Time management helps you focus on one task at a time, reducing the temptation to multitask. With improved focus, you're able to give your full attention to each task and complete it to the best of your ability. Better decision-making. Time management helps you avoid rushing through tasks. When you have a plan in place, you can make decisions with confidence, knowing that you have the time and energy to devote to each task. Reduced stress and anxiety. Properly managing your time reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed. When you have a clear plan for your day, week, or month, you feel more in control and less stressed. More free time. By using your time wisely, you actually free up more time for yourself. When you're productive and efficient, you can accomplish your goals without sacrificing your personal life. This creates more time for rest, recreation, and doing what you love. Common time management. Pitfalls. While time management can lead to incredible results, it's important to be aware of common pitfalls that can sabotage your efforts. Here are some of the most common mistakes people make when it comes to time management. Procrastination. We've all been guilty of procrastinating at one time or another. Putting off tasks can create unnecessary stress and prevent you from staying on track. Procrastination often arises from a fear of failure or feeling overwhelmed by the task at hand. Overcommitting, saying yes to every opportunity or request can lead to burnout. Overcommitting spreads you thin, making it difficult to give your best effort to any one task. It's essential to learn to say no when necessary, and to prioritize the tasks that align with your goals. Lack of prioritization. Without a clear system for prioritizing tasks, it's easy to spend your time on less important activities. Many people spend hours on tasks that don't contribute to their long-term goals, simply because they don't know where to focus their energy. Distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, phone calls, and other interruptions can easily derail your focus. Managing distractions is a critical part of time management, as it allows you to stay focused and productive. Effective time management strategies. Now that we understand why time management is so important, let's explore some effective strategies that can help you manage your time more effectively. The Eisenhower Matrix. Urgent versus important. One of the most popular methods of time management is the Eisenhower Matrix, which helps you prioritize tasks based on their urgency and importance. The matrix is divided into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1. Urgent and important. Do these tasks immediately. Quadrant 2. Not urgent but important. Schedule time to do these tasks. Quadrant 3. Urgent but not important. Delegate these tasks if possible. Quadrant 4. Not urgent and not important. Consider eliminating these tasks. By focusing on tasks that are both urgent and important, and scheduling time for those that are important, but not urgent, you ensure that you're using your time wisely, and not getting bogged down by distractions. Time blocking. Time blocking is a powerful technique where you schedule specific blocks of time for different tasks. Instead of jumping from task to task throughout the day, you dedicate chunks of time to focus solely on one activity at a time. For example, you might block out 9 o'clock, 11 a.m. to work on a project, and 1 o'clock, 2 p.m. to respond to emails. Time blocking helps you stay focused and prevents distractions by creating a structured schedule for your day. The Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is a time management method that involves working in 25-minute intervals, called Pomodoros, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer 15-30-minute break. This technique helps maintain focus and productivity by breaking work into manageable chunks and giving you regular breaks to recharge. Set SMART goals. As we discussed in Chapter 4, setting SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, is a powerful way to manage your time effectively. By having clear goals, you know exactly what you need to focus on, which helps prevent wasting time on unnecessary tasks. Eliminate distractions. Distractions are one of the biggest time wasters. To manage your time effectively, identify and eliminate distractions. This could mean turning off your phone notifications, setting designated times to check email, or working in a quiet space, free from interruptions. The more you can focus on one task at a time, the more productive you'll be. Review and reflect regularly. To ensure that you're managing your time effectively, it's important to regularly review your progress. At the end of each day or week, take a few minutes to reflect on what you accomplished and where you could improve. This will help you refine your time management strategies and ensure that you're staying on track with your goals. Time management and long-term success. When you manage your time well, you're able to focus on what truly matters, whether it's advancing your career, building relationships, improving your health, or pursuing your passions. Time management is about being intentional with your time, aligning your actions with your priorities, and making progress every day toward your long-term success. It's also important to remember that time management isn't about squeezing more tasks into your day. It's about prioritizing the right tasks, eliminating distractions, and making sure that the time you do spend is invested in meaningful and purposeful actions. Conclusion. Time is a precious resource, and how you choose to spend it will determine your success. Effective time management allows you to focus on your goals, eliminate distractions, and maintain balance in your life. By applying strategies like prioritizing tasks, time blocking, and eliminating distractions, you'll be able to make the most of every moment and stay on track with your long-term vision. As you continue your journey toward success, remember that managing your time well is a key to achieving your dreams. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of leveraging your strengths. You'll learn how to identify and use your unique talents to create a path to success that is both efficient and fulfilling. Chapter 10. Leveraging your strengths. Success doesn't come from trying to be good at everything. It comes from understanding what you're naturally good at and using those strengths to your advantage. Your unique abilities, talents, and skills are the building blocks of your path to success. The key is to identify and leverage those strengths, allowing them to propel you forward and make the journey smoother and more fulfilling. In this chapter, we will explore how to identify your strengths, how to make the most of them, and how to align them with your goals. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a deeper understanding of how your strengths play a critical role in your success, and how to use them to your advantage. What are strengths? Strengths are the things you do naturally well, whether they're skills, talents, or personal attributes that you consistently excel at. These could be things like problem solving, creativity, leadership, empathy, communication, or technical skills. Your strengths are the abilities that make you stand out and help you achieve results more efficiently or effectively than others. However, strengths are not just about what you're naturally good at, they're also about what energizes you. When you use your strengths, you feel more motivated, confident, and engaged. This energy is a key factor in your long-term success, because it helps you stay focused, even when challenges arise. When you understand your strengths and align them with your actions, you create a flow state where work feels less like a struggle and more like an enjoyable process. This is when you experience the greatest productivity and satisfaction. The importance of leveraging your strengths. When you leverage your strengths, you're working smarter, not harder. Instead of trying to improve areas where you're weak or where you have little natural interest, you focus on developing the skills and qualities that come more easily to you. This approach allows you to spend more time in areas where you can excel and make a greater impact. For example, if you're naturally creative and enjoy brainstorming new ideas, you can leverage that strength to innovate and bring new solutions to the table. On the other hand, if you're a detail-oriented person, you might focus on tasks that require precision and accuracy. By identifying what you're good at and focusing on those tasks, you increase your chances of success and minimize the energy spent on tasks that drain you. Another key reason why leveraging your strengths is so important is that it can significantly boost your confidence and motivation. When you're doing something you're naturally good at, you feel more competent and motivated to continue. On the flip side, spending too much time trying to improve weaknesses can be frustrating and demotivating, leading to burnout. How to identify your strengths? Identifying your strengths isn't always easy because they often come so naturally that you might take them for granted. However, discovering what you're truly good at is one of the most powerful steps you can take in your journey to success. Here are some ways to identify your strengths. Reflect on your past successes. Think about times in your life when you felt particularly successful or proud. What were you doing at the time? What abilities or skills were you using? Take note of the patterns that emerge from these experiences. Often the things that come most easily to you are the areas in which you have strengths. Ask for feedback. Sometimes, others can see your strengths more clearly than you can. Ask friends, family, or colleagues what they think you're good at. Their perspective may help you identify strengths you might not have recognized in yourself. You can also ask for constructive feedback in your professional life to understand where you shine and where you might need improvement. Take strengths assessments. There are a number of assessments available that can help you identify your strengths, such as the Clifton Strengths Assessment or the VI Character Strengths Survey. These tools provide insight into your natural talents and help you understand how to leverage them more effectively. Pay attention to what energizes you. Another way to identify your strengths is to notice what activities make you feel energized and motivated. When you're engaged in a task that taps into one of your strengths, you'll often feel more focused, positive, and driven. Keep track of the activities that leave you feeling fulfilled and energized, as these are often linked to your strengths. How to leverage your strengths. Once you've identified your strengths, the next step is to leverage them. Here are some ways you can put your strengths to work in your personal and professional life. Align your goals with your strengths. One of the best ways to leverage your strengths is to align your goals with them. If your strength is in communication, for example, you might set a goal to become a better public speaker, or to pursue a career in sales or marketing. If you're great at problem solving, consider focusing on roles that require innovative thinking or project management. When you choose goals that align with your natural strengths, you're more likely to stay motivated and feel energized as you work toward them. Delegate tasks that don't align with your strengths. While it's important to leverage your strengths, it's also important to acknowledge your weaknesses. Not everyone is good at everything, and that's okay. If certain tasks don't align with your strengths, consider delegating them to others who are better suited for the job. This allows you to focus on what you do best, while others contribute their own strengths to the team. Continue developing your strengths. Even though your strengths come naturally, it's important to continue developing them. Just as athletes continue to practice and refine their skills, you should continue honing your strengths to achieve even greater success. This could mean taking courses, attending workshops, or seeking mentorship to further build on your natural talents. Growth doesn't stop. Once you identify your strengths, it's a continuous process. By investing in developing your strengths, you stay at the top of your game and increase your value in both personal and professional contexts. Create systems around your strengths. To maximize the impact of your strengths, create systems or routines that allow you to tap into them regularly. For example, if you're a natural problem solver, set aside specific time each week to brainstorm solutions for challenges in your work or personal life. If you're creative, build regular time for innovation and brainstorming into your schedule. By building your day-to-day activities around your strengths, you ensure that you're using your most powerful assets consistently, which will lead to better results over time. How to overcome the limitation of focusing too much on strengths. While leveraging your strengths is incredibly important, it's also crucial to recognize the need for balance. If you focus solely on your strengths and ignore areas of weakness, you risk becoming complacent or limiting your personal growth. It's important to develop a well-rounded skill set, even if some areas are more challenging than others. To prevent over-relying on your strengths, you should also challenge yourself to improve in areas outside of your natural abilities. This doesn't mean neglecting your strengths, but rather rounding out your skill set to become more adaptable and well-rounded. Working on your weaknesses allows you to grow and become more resilient when faced with challenges that require abilities outside your comfort zone. Conclusion. Your strengths are the foundation of your success. They are the unique talents and abilities that make you who you are. And by leveraging them, you can create a path to success that feels more natural, fulfilling, and efficient. Identifying your strengths, aligning your goals with them, and continuing to develop them will set you on a trajectory toward long-term success. At the same time, remember that growth doesn't stop with your strengths. Challenge yourself to continuously improve, learn new things, and develop skills that complement your natural talents. By balancing the leverage of your strengths with ongoing personal growth, you'll be able to create a more well-rounded and successful future. In the next chapter, we'll discuss the importance of building a support network. Surrounding yourself with the right people can be a game changer, and we'll explore how to cultivate meaningful connections that help you grow, stay accountable, and achieve your goals. Chapter 11. Building a support network. Success is rarely achieved alone. While individual effort, focus, and determination are essential, the people you surround yourself with can make or break your progress. A strong support network is one of the most valuable assets you can have on your journey to success. Whether it's for advice, encouragement, accountability, or motivation, a reliable network of people can help you navigate challenges, push through setbacks, and celebrate achievements. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of building a support network, how to cultivate meaningful relationships, and how to surround yourself with people who will help you grow and succeed. By the end of this chapter, you'll understand why a strong support network is crucial to your success, and how to build and nurture these relationships in your personal and professional life. Why a support network matters. A support network is a group of people who can provide guidance, encouragement, and resources to help you reach your goals. This network can include family, friends, mentors, colleagues, or professional groups. The value of a strong support system lies in the various roles these individuals play in your life. Here's why having a support network is so important. Accountability. A support network holds you accountable. When you share your goals with others, they can check in on your progress, encourage you when you feel discouraged, and remind you of your commitment to your goals. Accountability helps keep you focused, motivated, and on track. Emotional support. Life's challenges can be emotionally draining. A strong support network provides a safe space where you can express your fears, frustrations, and setbacks. These individuals offer encouragement and understanding, which can help lift your spirits during difficult times. Access to knowledge and resources. A diverse network can provide you with knowledge, skills, and resources that you might not have access to on your own. By connecting with people from different backgrounds or fields, you expand your horizons and gain new perspectives that can enhance your own growth. Inspiration and motivation. Your support network can inspire you by sharing their own experiences, successes, and lessons learned. This can help keep you motivated, especially when you face obstacles. Being around people who are also striving for success creates a positive, growth-oriented environment. Collaboration and opportunities. A strong network opens doors to new opportunities. Whether it's job prospects, partnerships, or collaborative projects, the right people in your network can help create connections and provide opportunities that you may not have found on your own. Identifying the right people for your network. Not everyone needs to be in your inner circle. It's important to build a network that consists of people who genuinely support you, align with your values, and contribute positively to your growth. Here are the key types of people to include in your support network. Mentors and coaches. A mentor or coach is someone who has more experience in your field and can provide guidance, advice, and insight based on their own journey. Mentors help you navigate challenges, avoid mistakes, and grow faster by sharing their wisdom. A coach, on the other hand, is often more focused on helping you achieve specific goals by providing structured support and feedback. Look for mentors or coaches who resonate with you, believe in your potential, and have the experience to back up their advice. Peers and colleagues. Surround yourself with people who are at a similar stage in their journey. These peers can offer empathy, mutual support, and valuable insights based on shared experiences. Working alongside others who are striving for similar goals can create a sense of camaraderie and collective motivation. Positive friends and family. It's crucial to have people in your life who genuinely care about your well-being and success. Family members and close friends provide emotional support and offer a sense of belonging. Choose individuals who uplift you, offer encouragement, and help you stay grounded in your values. Advisors and experts. Sometimes, you need people who can provide specialized knowledge, whether it's someone who can help with finances, marketing, or personal development. Advisors and experts play a crucial role in helping you make informed decisions and avoid unnecessary mistakes. These individuals have a particular expertise that can fill gaps in your knowledge or skill set. People who challenge you. While having supportive people around you is important, it's equally valuable to have people who challenge you. These individuals push you outside your comfort zone, question your assumptions, and encourage you to strive for greater heights. They may not always agree with you, but their constructive criticism can help you grow and improve. How to build your support network. Building a support network requires effort, intention, and a willingness to invest in relationships. Here's how you can start creating and nurturing a network that will support you on your path to success. Network with purpose. Networking isn't just about collecting business cards or connecting on social media. It's about building meaningful relationships with people who share similar values and goals. Start by attending events, joining groups, and connecting with people who align with your vision. Whether it's professional groups, workshops, or social events, put yourself in places where you can meet like-minded individuals. Offer value to others. Relationships are two-way streets. Don't just focus on what you can get from your network. Think about what you can offer in return. Whether it's sharing knowledge, offering support, or making connections, be proactive about contributing to the success of others. This generosity creates goodwill and builds strong, lasting relationships. Be open and authentic. Building trust is a crucial component of any strong network. Be authentic and transparent about your goals, challenges, and aspirations. When you're honest about where you are and where you want to go, people are more likely to connect with you on a deeper level and offer meaningful support. Follow up and stay in touch. Building a network takes time. After you meet someone, make an effort to follow up and maintain contact. This could mean sending a thank you note, scheduling a coffee chat, or simply checking in every so often. Consistency in maintaining relationships is key to keeping your support network strong and active. Find your tribe. Sometimes, it's not just about professional connections. It's about finding people who share your passions and values. Whether it's a fitness group, a book club, or a community of entrepreneurs, find a tribe of people who understand your journey and can offer support in a more personal way. Having people who share your interests makes the journey toward success more enjoyable and fulfilling. How to maintain a healthy support network. Building a support network is one thing, maintaining it is another. As your life and goals evolve, so will the people you need around you. Here's how to keep your network strong and healthy. Communicate regularly. Don't wait until you need something from your network to reach out. Stay in touch regularly, even if it's just to check in or share an update. When you maintain consistent communication, your network will be more likely to offer support when you need it most. Be grateful and show appreciation. Show gratitude to those who support you. A simple thank you can go a long way in maintaining strong relationships. Recognizing the value others bring to your life will deepen your connections and encourage continued support. Be selective about who you let in. Not everyone you meet will be a positive influence on your journey. Be mindful of the people you allow into your inner circle. While it's important to have a diverse network, make sure that the people closest to you are those who encourage your growth, share your values, and support your vision. Reciprocate and help others. A strong network is built on mutual support. When others offer help, be sure to return the favor when you can. Whether it's offering advice, providing resources, or simply being there for someone in need, giving back strengthens the connections you've made and fosters an environment of collaboration and trust. Conclusion. Building a support network is one of the most powerful things you can do to enhance your journey toward success. Your network provides the guidance, accountability, and emotional support you need to keep going when things get tough. By surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, challenge you, and offer valuable advice, you set yourself up for long-term success. Start by identifying the right people to include in your network, and be proactive about nurturing those relationships. Building a strong support system takes time, but the rewards are immeasurable. As you continue to surround yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals, you'll find that success becomes not only achievable, but also more fulfilling. In the next chapter, we'll explore the importance of reflection and adaptation. You'll learn how to regularly assess your progress, learn from your experiences, and adjust your approach for continuous growth and success. Chapter 12. The role of reflection and adaptation. Success is not a destination. It is a continuous journey. Along the way, you will encounter numerous twists, turns, and unexpected challenges. The key to thriving on this journey lies not only in your ability to take action, but in your ability to reflect, adapt, and grow from your experiences. Reflection and adaptation are essential components of success because they help you assess your progress, learn from your mistakes, and adjust your strategies as needed. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of reflection and adaptation. We will discuss how to reflect on your experiences, why it is crucial to adapt to change, and how you can use these tools to stay on track and continue growing toward your goals. By the end of this chapter, you will have a clearer understanding of how reflection and adaptation can accelerate your path to success. Why reflection matters. Reflection is the process of looking back on your experiences to gain insights and understanding. It allows you to evaluate what worked well, what didn't, and how you can improve moving forward. Reflection helps you learn from both successes and failures, which is critical for growth. Here are a few reasons why reflection is so important. Learning from experience. Experience is one of the greatest teachers, but without reflection, you may miss valuable lessons. By taking the time to review your actions and outcomes, you can identify patterns, recognize mistakes, and celebrate successes. This self-awareness provides the foundation for making better decisions in the future. Identifying areas for improvement. Reflecting on your actions helps you recognize areas where you can improve. It's easy to focus only on what went well, but it's just as important to understand where you went wrong and how you can do better next time. Reflection gives you the clarity to recognize these areas for improvement, so you can take actionable steps to grow. Boosting motivation and confidence. Reflection allows you to recognize how far you've come. It's easy to get caught up in the grind and feel like you're not making progress. By reflecting on past achievements, you can remind yourself of the progress you've made, boosting your motivation and confidence to keep moving forward. Clarifying your purpose. Reflection also helps you clarify your purpose and goals. It's easy to get distracted by external pressures, but when you take the time to reflect, you can reconnect with your deeper motivations. Reflection helps ensure that you're still on the path that aligns with your values and long-term vision. How to reflect effectively. Effective reflection is not just about reviewing past events. It's about asking the right questions and looking for actionable insights. Here's how you can reflect more effectively. Set aside time for reflection. Life can be busy, and reflection often gets pushed to the back burner. However, it's important to set aside time regularly to reflect on your experiences. This could be at the end of the day, once a week, or once a month. Make reflection a habit, so it becomes a natural part of your routine. Ask reflective questions. To gain meaningful insights, ask yourself thoughtful questions about your actions and experiences. Some questions to guide your reflection include: what went well today/week/month? What challenges did I face, and how did I respond to them? What could I have done differently? How did I feel about my progress? What lessons have I learned from this experience? Am I still aligned with my long-term goals and purpose? These questions will help you gain clarity on your actions and identify patterns in your behavior and decision-making. Take notes. Journaling is a great way to capture your reflections. Writing down your thoughts allows you to track your progress over time and gives you a written record to refer back to. Journaling helps deepen your understanding and provides a space for processing emotions, lessons, and ideas. Look for patterns. One of the benefits of reflection is recognizing patterns in your behavior, choices, and results. For example, if you consistently fall short of your goals, there may be underlying reasons that need to be addressed. Identifying these patterns helps you make necessary adjustments to improve. Why adaptation is key to success. While reflection helps you learn from your experiences, adaptation is how you apply those lessons. Adaptation is the process of adjusting your strategies, behaviors, and goals in response to new information, challenges, or changes in your environment. The ability to adapt is essential, because the path to success is rarely linear. There will always be unexpected hurdles and changing circumstances that require you to adjust your approach. Here's why adaptation is crucial. Navigating change. Change is inevitable. Whether it's a shift in the market, new technology, personal growth, or unexpected challenges, you will constantly encounter changes that impact your goals. Adaptation allows you to stay flexible and responsive to these changes, ensuring that you don't get stuck in outdated strategies or mindsets. Staying relevant. In a rapidly changing world, adaptation helps you stay relevant. For example, if you're building a business, and the market shifts, adaptation allows you to pivot your business model or marketing strategy to meet new demands. Adapting to changing circumstances ensures that your efforts remain effective and aligned with current needs and trends. Improving performance. Adaptation enables you to improve your performance over time. When you reflect on what isn't working and make the necessary adjustments, you continuously refine your approach. This helps you achieve better results with less effort, as you learn what strategies and methods are most effective. Building resilience. Adaptation is an essential part of resilience. When you face obstacles or setbacks, the ability to adapt helps you stay on track toward your goals. Instead of giving up when things get difficult, resilient people find new ways to approach the challenge, using their ability to adapt as a tool for overcoming adversity. How to adapt effectively. Adapting effectively requires a combination of self-awareness, flexibility, and a willingness to learn from experience. Here are a few strategies to help you adapt more effectively. Stay open-minded. Adaptation requires an open mind. Be willing to entertain new ideas, consider different perspectives, and experiment with new approaches. The more open you are to change, the more equipped you'll be to adapt when necessary. Stay solution-focused. When faced with challenges, it's easy to focus on the problem. However, focusing on solutions, instead of the issue at hand, allows you to take proactive steps toward change. Ask yourself, what can I do to overcome this obstacle? And focus on finding practical, actionable solutions. Embrace experimentation. Don't be afraid to try new things, even if they might fail. Adaptation often involves trial and error. Experiment with different strategies, approaches, and methods to see what works best. By being willing to test new ideas, you create opportunities for growth and improvement. Monitor your progress. Adaptation is a dynamic process. Regularly check in with yourself to assess how your changes are working. Reflect on what's working and what isn't, and make further adjustments as needed. Continuous monitoring and reflection ensure that your adaptation process remains relevant and effective. When to adapt. Adapting isn't always necessary. Sometimes persistence is key. However, it's essential to know when to adapt and when to stay the course. Here are a few signs that it might be time to adapt when your current strategy isn't yielding results. If you've been following a plan for a while and aren't seeing the results you hoped for, it might be time to reassess your approach and make adjustments. When external circumstances change. If you're faced with new information, changes in your industry, or unexpected events, your current strategy may need to be adjusted to stay relevant. When your goals or values shift, over time, your goals or values may change. If you find that your original approach no longer aligns with your new vision, it's time to adapt your strategy to reflect your updated priorities. When you're feeling stuck or stagnant, if you feel like you're not making progress despite your efforts, it could be a sign that you need to adapt. A change in approach or mindset may be necessary to break through the barriers holding you back. Conclusion. Reflection and adaptation are powerful tools for achieving success. Reflection allows you to learn from your experiences, gain valuable insights, and make necessary improvements. Adaptation helps you respond to change, adjust your strategies, and continue growing toward your goals. Together, these tools ensure that you remain flexible, resilient, and on track, no matter what challenges arise along the way. As you continue on your path to success, remember that the journey isn't always linear. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. But with the ability to reflect on your experiences and adapt when necessary, you can navigate these challenges with confidence and continue making progress toward your vision. In the next chapter, we'll discuss the power of persistence and how to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. Persistence is the key to turning setbacks into opportunities, and it's one of the most important factors in long-term success. Chapter 13. The Power of Persistence. Success is not defined by one big breakthrough, but rather by the ability to keep going, even when the road gets tough. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but the true test of your commitment to success is how you respond when challenges arise. In those moments when progress seems slow or setbacks feel insurmountable, persistence is the force that will push you forward. In this chapter, we will explore the power of persistence. We'll discuss why it's crucial for achieving long-term success, how to develop the perseverance needed to keep moving toward your goals, and how to stay focused and motivated when the going gets tough. By the end of this chapter, you will have a deeper understanding of why persistence is key to success and how you can cultivate it in your own life. What is persistence? Persistence is the ability to keep going, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. It's the determination to continue taking action and working toward your goals, even when faced with obstacles, failures, or discouragement. Persistence doesn't mean you'll never encounter setbacks or hardships. It means that you choose to keep moving forward despite them. Think of persistence as a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. When you persist, you build resilience and learn how to handle difficulties with greater ease. Success is often a matter of who can persist the longest, not necessarily who starts out the fastest or with the most resources. Why persistence is essential for success. In any field, there will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. No one's path to success is smooth. However, persistent individuals don't give up when they face adversity. They use it as fuel to keep pushing forward. Here's why persistence is so critical. It turns failure into progress. Failure is often seen as the opposite of success, but it's not. Failure is a natural part of the process, and how you respond to failure determines whether you move closer to your goals or give up entirely. Persistence allows you to learn from failure, adjust your approach, and keep trying until you succeed. Every time you pick yourself back up after a fall, you're one step closer to your desired outcome. It builds momentum. The more persistent you are, the more momentum you build. Small actions, done consistently, add up over time. Persistence creates a snowball effect. As you continue to make progress, even in small steps, the work becomes easier and the results more significant. This momentum keeps you moving forward, even when motivation ebbs. It helps you overcome obstacles. Life is full of obstacles, whether they're external, like unexpected challenges in your career or personal life, or internal, like self-doubt or fear. Persistence helps you power through these obstacles. It's the internal drive that keeps you going when you're not sure if you can make it to the finish line. With persistence, you develop the mental toughness to overcome barriers and keep moving toward your goals. It creates long-term results. Success rarely happens quickly. It's the consistent, persistent efforts over time that lead to sustainable success. While some might achieve quick wins, it's the persistent individual who builds lasting success. Persistent action leads to steady growth and development, which in turn creates long-term results that are more fulfilling and rewarding. How to develop persistence. Persistence is not something you're born with. It's a skill you can develop. Here are a few strategies to help you cultivate persistence and keep going when the going gets tough. Set clear, compelling goals. The more clearly defined your goals are, the easier it is to stay focused on them. When your goals are meaningful to you, they become a source of motivation that keeps you going. Set goals that are not only achievable but also inspiring. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's easier to persist through challenges because you have a strong why behind your actions. Break your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks so you can track progress and see that you're moving forward. Celebrate each small win along the way to reinforce your commitment. Build a resilient mindset. A resilient mindset is essential for persistence. Life won't always go according to plan, and there will be setbacks. However, by maintaining a positive and growth-oriented mindset, you'll be able to view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Resilience allows you to see obstacles not as reasons to quit, but as tests of your determination. Every time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger? When you approach setbacks with a resilient mindset, you remain focused on the long-term outcome, rather than getting discouraged by temporary difficulties. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Persistence is built through consistent action, not perfection. Too often, people give up because they feel like they're not doing things perfectly or quickly enough. However, success comes through consistent effort, not flawless execution. If you wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions, you'll never start. Instead, commit to taking small, consistent steps, even if they're not perfect. Over time, consistency will yield results. Keep showing up, even when things aren't perfect, and allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them along the way. Create a routine that supports persistence. Persistence becomes easier when it's part of your daily routine. A solid routine creates structure and consistency, which supports long-term commitment. Set aside dedicated time each day to work on your goals. Even if it's just a small amount of time, the more regularly you make progress, the more your persistence builds. For example, if you're writing a book, make it a habit to write for 30 minutes each day. If you're working on your health, schedule time for exercise or meal planning. Small daily actions compound over time, building persistence and momentum toward achieving your goals. Find support and accountability. Persistence is easier when you're not doing it alone. Find people who can support your efforts and hold you accountable, whether it's a friend, mentor, coach, or accountability partner. Having someone to check in with, celebrate your wins, and remind you to keep going can make all the difference. When you face moments of doubt or fatigue, having someone to encourage you can reignite your persistence and remind you of why you started. Visualize your success. Visualization is a powerful tool for persistence. Take time to imagine your success. See yourself achieving your goals, experiencing the rewards, and feeling the sense of accomplishment. The more vividly you visualize your success, the more real it will feel. This mental picture can be a source of motivation when times get tough, helping you push through challenges and keep going, even when progress feels slow. When persistence feels hard, there will be times when persistence feels particularly challenging. You may feel exhausted, discouraged, or tempted to quit. During these times, it's important to remind yourself that persistence is about progress, not perfection. Even small steps forward count. Here are some tips for when persistence feels hard. Break things down. If the task ahead seems too daunting, break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. Focus on one small step at a time, rather than trying to tackle everything all at once. Small, consistent progress will eventually lead to significant results. Give yourself grace. Persistence doesn't mean pushing yourself to the point of burnout. If you're feeling exhausted, take a break, rest, recharge, and then get back to work. Allow yourself moments of recovery, so you can return to your tasks with renewed energy and focus. Remember why you started. During difficult moments, revisit the reasons you set your goals in the first place. Reconnect with your vision, your values, and the bigger picture. This can reignite your motivation and help you keep going, even when it feels hard. Conclusion. Persistence is the secret ingredient to achieving long-term success. It's what allows you to keep going through setbacks, mistakes, and moments of doubt. By developing persistence, you turn failure into growth, challenges into opportunities, and small actions into big results. Remember that success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's the consistent, persistent effort that leads to lasting achievement. Cultivate persistence by setting clear goals, maintaining a resilient mindset, focusing on consistency, and finding support along the way. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to stay motivated on your journey, even when the initial excitement fades and the daily grind sets in. Motivation is crucial, but knowing how to maintain it over the long term is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up. Chapter 14. Staying motivated on your journey. When you first set out on the path to success, motivation often comes easily. You're excited about your goals, energized by the possibilities ahead, and eager to take action. But as time passes, that initial burst of enthusiasm can fade. The daily grind sets in, obstacles arise, and motivation can start to wane. The ability to stay motivated, even when the excitement fades, is one of the key factors that separates those who succeed from those who don't. In this chapter, we will explore strategies to help you stay motivated on your journey. We'll discuss how to maintain momentum, how to overcome periods of stagnation, and how to tap into deeper sources of motivation to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. By the end of this chapter, you'll have the tools you need to stay motivated and continue making progress toward your goals, no matter what challenges arise. Why motivation fades. Motivation is often thought of as something you either have or you don't. In reality, motivation is a dynamic force that ebbs and flows. It's common to feel highly motivated when you first start something new, but as time goes on, that initial energy can start to fade. There are several reasons why motivation tends to decrease over time. The excitement wears off. At the beginning of any journey, the novelty and excitement of new goals can be invigorating. However, as the work starts to become routine, the excitement fades. Without new sources of inspiration, it's easy to lose motivation as the tasks become more familiar or monotonous. Setbacks and challenges. When you encounter obstacles, setbacks, or failures, it can be easy to feel discouraged and lose motivation. Even the most motivated individuals face roadblocks, but without the right mindset, setbacks can cause you to lose faith in your abilities or in the goals themselves. Burnout. Overworking yourself or not taking proper breaks can lead to burnout. Without rest and recovery, it's difficult to maintain long-term motivation. You might feel like you're working hard, but not seeing immediate results, which can lead to frustration and a decrease in motivation. Lack of progress. When you don't see the progress you expect or feel like you're not moving forward quickly enough, motivation can dwindle. Progress isn't always linear, and some days will feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. In these moments, it's important to remember that small progress still counts. How to maintain motivation over time. Maintaining motivation over the long term requires more than just willpower. It requires strategy, planning, and self-awareness. Here are some proven strategies to help you stay motivated as you pursue your goals. Set clear, meaningful goals. Motivation thrives when you have a clear sense of purpose. When your goals are meaningful and deeply aligned with your values, you'll be more likely to stay committed, even when challenges arise. The more connected you are to the why behind your goals, the easier it is to push through tough moments. Break your larger goals down into smaller, achievable milestones. This creates a sense of accomplishment and momentum, which helps keep your motivation high. Each time you check off a goal, no matter how small, it fuels your desire to keep going. Celebrate small wins. It's easy to focus on the big, long-term goal and overlook the small wins along the way. However, recognizing and celebrating these small victories is a great way to maintain motivation. Whether it's completing a task, reaching a milestone, or simply making progress, take time to acknowledge your achievements. Celebrating small wins boosts your confidence, reinforces the habit of progress, and reminds you that you are moving closer to your goal. This keeps you motivated and reinforces your commitment to the journey. Find your why, again. Over time, the reasons you set your goals may begin to feel less clear or less urgent. When this happens, it's important to reconnect with your deeper why. Why did you set this goal in the first place? What is it about the goal that excites you? Reflecting on your deeper motivations will reignite your passion and drive to keep going. Sometimes, this can be as simple as visualizing the end result and imagining how achieving your goal will make you feel. The more vividly you can picture the benefits and rewards, the more motivated you'll be to keep pushing forward. Create a routine and stick to it. Consistency is key to maintaining motivation. When you build a routine around your goals, you create structure and discipline, which helps you stay on track. Even on days when you don't feel like working, sticking to your routine ensures that you keep moving forward, even if it's in small steps. A well-defined routine makes it easier to take action without needing to rely on motivation alone. Your routine becomes a habit, which sustains you when motivation starts to fade. Surround yourself with support. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to surround yourself with people who support and encourage you. Share your goals with friends, family, or mentors, and ask for regular check-ins. Having someone to hold you accountable and celebrate your progress can provide the external motivation you need to keep going. Additionally, joining communities or groups of like-minded individuals can provide a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. Being part of a group that is pursuing similar goals creates a positive environment that helps sustain motivation. Overcoming slumps and stagnation. At times you will experience periods of stagnation, those moments when progress feels slow, or you feel like you're hitting a wall. It's natural to feel frustrated during these times, but it's important to stay calm and take action to break through the slump. Here are some strategies for overcoming slumps and getting your motivation back on track. Take a break. Sometimes, the best way to reignite motivation is to step away and give yourself a mental break. Constantly pushing forward, without rest, can lead to burnout. So taking time for self-care and relaxation is essential. Use the time away to recharge, gain perspective, and return to your goals with fresh energy. Reevaluate your approach. If you're feeling stuck, it's worth taking a step back and evaluating your approach. Are you using the right strategies? Are you still aligned with your goals? If something isn't working, be willing to adapt and try a new approach. Changing your strategy, or trying something new, can break the monotony and inject new energy into your journey. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Motivation can often fade when the end goal feels far off or unattainable. Instead of fixating on the final result, shift your focus to the process. Embrace the journey and find satisfaction in the small steps and growth along the way. When you focus on the process, you find enjoyment in the work itself, which fuels continued motivation. Get inspired by others. When you're struggling with motivation, seek out stories or examples of others who have faced similar challenges and persevered. Reading about others who have overcome obstacles can be a powerful reminder that persistence pays off. Inspiration from others can reignite your own drive to keep going. The role of consistency in motivation. While motivation may come and go, consistency is the secret to achieving long-term success. Consistency ensures that you keep moving forward, even when motivation is low. Establishing small, consistent habits around your goals allows you to keep making progress, regardless of how motivated you feel on any given day. Over time, consistency builds momentum, which fuels further action. When you show up consistently, even on the tough days, you create a sense of accomplishment and confidence that propels you toward your ultimate goal. Conclusion. Staying motivated on your journey isn't always easy, but it's essential for long-term success. By setting clear goals, celebrating progress, finding your deeper why, and surrounding yourself with a supportive network, you can stay motivated, even when challenges arise. Remember, motivation isn't something you wait for. It's something you cultivate and reinforce through action. When motivation fades, persistence takes over. Keep going, even on the days when you don't feel like it. The path to success is rarely smooth, but with persistence and motivation, you will continue to move forward and achieve your goals. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to celebrate success and keep moving forward toward even greater achievements. Success is a journey, and acknowledging your milestones along the way will keep you inspired and focused on the bigger picture. Chapter 15. Celebrating Success and Moving Forward. Success is a journey, not a destination. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and focus solely on the next goal, the next challenge, and the next achievement. But it's essential to take time to celebrate your victories, big and small, along the way. Celebrating success not only boosts your morale and confidence, but also reinforces the hard work and persistence that have brought you to where you are. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of celebrating success, why it's crucial for your continued motivation and growth, and how you can keep moving forward toward even greater achievements. By the end of this chapter, you will understand how to acknowledge your wins and use them as fuel for the next stage of your journey. Why celebrating success matters. Celebrating your successes is more than just throwing a party or patting yourself on the back. It's an important practice that helps you acknowledge and appreciate your efforts. Here are several reasons why celebrating success is essential. Reinforces positive behavior. When you celebrate your achievements, you reinforce the positive actions and behaviors that led to success. It's a reminder that persistence, hard work, and commitment pay off. Celebrating success helps build a mindset of growth, encouraging you to continue taking those productive actions in the future. Boosts confidence and motivation. Acknowledging your progress boosts your confidence. Every time you celebrate, you remind yourself that you're capable of achieving great things. This increased confidence, in turn, fuels motivation. It provides the energy and drive to keep going, especially when facing new challenges or setting new goals. Promotes reflection and gratitude. Celebrating your success gives you the opportunity to reflect on how far you've come. It helps you appreciate the journey and the lessons you've learned. This reflection fosters gratitude, which can shift your mindset from a focus on what you don't have or haven't achieved yet, to an appreciation for everything you've already accomplished. Releases positive emotions. Celebrating success also releases positive emotions, like joy, pride, and satisfaction. These emotions are essential for maintaining mental health and well-being. When you take time to feel good about your achievements, it boosts your overall mood and helps combat the stress and frustration that may arise as you continue your journey. Creates a sense of fulfillment. Success isn't just about achieving a goal. It's also about feeling fulfilled and satisfied with your journey. By celebrating your successes, you acknowledge the value of your hard work and effort, which creates a deeper sense of fulfillment. This fulfillment keeps you grounded and reminds you why the journey is just as important as the destination. How to celebrate success. Celebrating success doesn't have to involve grand gestures or extravagant rewards. It can be as simple as acknowledging the effort you've put in or taking a moment to appreciate the progress you've made. Here are some ideas for celebrating success in a meaningful way. Take time for yourself. Sometimes the best way to celebrate is simply to take time for yourself. Whether it's a quiet moment of reflection, a day off to rest, or a short vacation, give yourself permission to recharge and enjoy the fruits of your hard work. Rest is just as important as action. It helps you restore your energy and enthusiasm for the next stage of your journey. Reflect on your journey. Take a moment to reflect on what you've achieved. Write down the milestones you've reached, the challenges you've overcome, and the lessons you've learned. This reflection not only reinforces your success, but also helps you gain clarity on where you're headed next. You can create a vision board, journal about your experience, or share your journey with someone you trust. Share your success with others. Sharing your success with others is a great way to celebrate. When you share your achievements with friends, family, or your network, you allow them to celebrate with you. It strengthens your relationships and encourages others to support your future endeavors. It also creates a positive cycle of encouragement, where others may feel inspired by your success and share their own. Reward yourself. Rewarding yourself for a job well done can be a motivating factor. Whether it's a treat you've been craving, a special experience you've been wanting to try, or something that makes you feel proud, a reward reinforces the idea that hard work deserves recognition. Acknowledge the work you've put in, and give yourself something to look forward to as a token of appreciation. Celebrate with a small ritual. Some people find meaning in small rituals that mark the completion of a goal. This could be something like lighting a candle, having a special meal, or taking a walk to reflect on the achievement. A ritual gives you a sense of closure and celebration, helping to create a memorable and intentional moment. Moving forward after success. Celebrating success is important, but it's equally important to keep moving forward. The celebration of your achievements should fuel the next phase of your journey, not mark the end of it. Success is a stepping stone to greater things, and it's important to keep striving for new goals and challenges. Here's how to keep moving forward. After celebrating success, set new goals. Once you've celebrated, it's time to look forward. Use the momentum from your success to set new meaningful goals. These goals should build on the progress you've already made. Ask yourself, what's next? What's the next step in my journey? By setting new goals, you create a sense of direction and purpose that keeps you motivated and focused. New goals don't always have to be big or more ambitious. They can also be about improving or refining what you've already achieved. Whether it's refining a skill, expanding your impact, or pushing yourself to new heights, keep challenging yourself to grow. Stay committed to the process. Success is often the result of continuous effort over time. As you move forward, continue applying the habits, mindset, and actions that led to your success. Commit to staying focused on the process, rather than just the outcome. Trust that your consistent effort will lead to even greater success down the line. Embrace the next challenge. Success in one area often brings new challenges and opportunities. Embrace these challenges with a positive attitude and an openness to learn. Instead of becoming complacent, use the lessons from your past successes to approach new challenges with confidence. Each new challenge is an opportunity to grow and develop further. Keep the big picture in mind. While it's essential to celebrate your successes, always keep your larger vision in mind. Celebrate the journey, but never lose sight of the bigger goals you're working toward. Success is a series of milestones, each one contributing to your larger vision. Keep your long-term aspirations in focus as you continue to move forward. Learn and adapt. Even after achieving success, there is always room for growth. Use each success as an opportunity to learn and refine your approach. What worked well? What could be improved? Continuously adapt and adjust your strategies to build on your successes and take your efforts to the next level. Conclusion. Celebrating success is a crucial part of the journey, but it's equally important to keep moving forward. By taking the time to acknowledge your achievements, you reinforce the effort and persistence that got you there. At the same time, staying focused on your larger goals, setting new challenges, and continuously striving for growth will ensure that your success is not a one-time event, but part of an ongoing journey. Remember, success is not an endpoint, it's a process. The celebration is not the finish line, but rather a moment to acknowledge how far you've come. With each success you achieve, you build momentum for the next, and the journey toward your greater vision continues. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to create a lasting legacy of success. You'll learn how to share your journey, inspire others, and make an impact that lasts beyond your own achievements. Chapter 16. Creating a Legacy of Success. Success is often viewed through a personal lens. It's about achieving our own goals, building the life we want, and enjoying the rewards of our hard work. But as you continue on your journey, it's important to realize that success doesn't just end with you. The true measure of success lies not only in what you achieve for yourself, but in the impact you have on others and the legacy you leave behind. A legacy of success isn't about material wealth or recognition. It's about how your life, actions, and achievements inspire, influence, and benefit others. In this chapter, we'll explore what it means to create a legacy, how to build one that is meaningful and lasting, and how to use your success to positively impact the world around you. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a deeper understanding of how to build a legacy that reflects your values and extends far beyond your own lifetime. What is a legacy? A legacy is the lasting impact of your life and work. It's the mark you leave on the world, the way you influence others, the values you pass on, and the contributions you make that continue to live on after you're gone. Legacies aren't just about wealth or material possessions. They're about the values, lessons, and inspiration you leave behind. Your legacy can take many forms. It could be the knowledge you share, the relationships you build, the communities you strengthen, or the causes you champion. It's how you've lived, and the difference you've made to others. And while many people think of legacies as something only for the rich and famous, everyone has the ability to create a meaningful legacy, no matter how big or small their achievements may be. Creating a legacy is not about seeking fame or glory. It's about being intentional with your actions, living in alignment with your values, and ensuring that the impact of your work continues long after the immediate rewards have faded. Why creating a legacy matters. Creating a legacy isn't just about leaving something behind. It's about ensuring that your life's work and impact continue to inspire and help others. Here are some reasons why building a legacy matters. It inspires others. A legacy is a powerful source of inspiration. When others witness your journey, your perseverance, and your commitment to your values, it encourages them to pursue their own goals and dreams. Your story becomes an example of what's possible with hard work, passion, and dedication. It creates lasting impact. A legacy allows your influence to extend beyond your own life. By creating something meaningful, whether it's a project, a community, or a set of values, you create an impact that lives on. Your contributions don't just fade away, they continue to affect others, creating a ripple effect that can last for generations. It reflects your values. The legacy you leave reflects who you are and what you stand for. It's a tangible manifestation of your core beliefs, passions, and priorities. Whether you build a business, mentor others, or dedicate yourself to a cause, your legacy shows the world what truly matters to you and what you've worked to create. It provides purpose beyond personal achievement. Success can feel empty if it's only focused on personal achievement. Creating a legacy gives your success deeper meaning by tying it to a purpose beyond yourself. When you focus on building something that benefits others, your work becomes more fulfilling, and your sense of purpose grows. How to build a legacy of success. Creating a lasting legacy takes intentional effort, and it doesn't happen by chance. Here are some key steps to help you build a meaningful legacy that reflects your values and impact. Define what matters most to you. A legacy isn't something you can build if you haven't first defined what truly matters to you. Reflect on your core values, passions, and the things that inspire you. What do you want to be remembered for? What causes or ideas do you care deeply about? Start by identifying the things that are most meaningful to you, as these will be the foundation of your legacy. Live your values. Every day, your legacy is built not only through the big achievements, but also in the everyday decisions you make. To build a meaningful legacy, live in alignment with your values. Whether you're working toward a big goal or simply interacting with others, ensure that your actions reflect your core beliefs. The more consistently you live your values, the more impactful your legacy will be. Make a positive impact on others. Legacy is about creating value for others. Whether it's mentoring someone, supporting a cause, or sharing your knowledge, think about how you can help others along the way. Focus on leaving the world in a better place than you found it, and work toward making a positive contribution to the lives of those around you. Invest in relationships. Relationships are at the heart of any legacy. The people you connect with, and the relationships you build are often the most lasting part of your impact. Take the time to build meaningful connections, support others, and offer encouragement. Invest in relationships that matter, and your legacy will live on through those you've influenced. Create something that lasts. One way to leave a lasting legacy is to create something that outlasts you. This could be a business, a book, a community, or a charitable foundation, anything that carries your ideas, values, or work forward. While you may not be around to see the full impact of your creation, knowing that it will continue to make a difference after you're gone is a powerful form of legacy. Teach and mentor. A powerful way to build a legacy is through teaching and mentoring others. Share your knowledge, experience, and wisdom with the next generation. Help others achieve their potential by passing on the lessons you've learned. Through mentoring, you create a legacy that not only lives on in the people you influence, but also multiplies as they in turn teach others. Document your story. One way to ensure that your legacy lives on is to document your journey and share your story. Whether through writing, speaking, or other forms of communication. Sharing your experiences and lessons learned creates a permanent record of your impact. It allows others to learn from your successes and failures, and it helps preserve your legacy for future generations. The impact of a legacy. A legacy isn't just about leaving a mark on the world. It's about the way you change people's lives. When you create a legacy of success, you inspire others to follow their dreams, to pursue their passions, and to make a difference. You lead by example, showing others what's possible when you dedicate yourself to something greater than yourself. Your legacy is a reflection of who you are and what you've contributed. It's a testament to the hard work, passion, and values that have shaped your journey. And even if you don't see the full impact of your legacy in your lifetime, know that the influence you have on others can stretch far beyond your own life. Conclusion. Creating a legacy of success is about building something that matters, something that extends beyond your own achievements, and leaves a positive impact on the world around you. By living your values, making a difference, and investing in relationships, you can create a legacy that reflects the person you are and the positive change you've created. Success is not just about what you accomplish in your lifetime. It's about how you inspire, influence, and empower others to follow in your footsteps. A meaningful legacy is a gift to the world, a reminder that success is not just about personal gain, but about the impact you have on others and the world. As you continue on your journey, think about the legacy you want to leave behind. What kind of impact do you want to make? How do you want to be remembered? By focusing on creating a legacy of success, you can ensure that your journey continues to inspire, empower, and uplift others long after you've achieved your goals. This is the final chapter in your journey through the science of success. As you continue to pursue your goals and create your own path to success, remember that the most powerful legacy is one that is built on integrity, compassion, and the desire to make the world a better place for others. Conclusion. Your path to success. As you reach the final pages of the science of success, how to create your own path, it's essential to reflect on the journey you've undertaken, both in reading this book and in your life as a whole. Success is not a single event or a distant destination. It's a continuous process, shaped by the actions you take, the mindset you cultivate, and the relationships you build. Your path to success is uniquely yours, and it will evolve over time as you grow, learn, and adapt. Throughout this book, we've explored the key principles and strategies that can help you create your own path to success. From understanding the power of purpose and mindset, to the importance of resilience, time management, and leveraging your strengths, every step of this journey is interconnected. The common thread is the commitment to keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough, and the belief that success is not about perfection, but persistence and continuous growth. As you continue your journey toward success, remember that it's not a straight line. It's a series of steps, sometimes forward and sometimes back, but always progressing towards something greater. Success requires patience, perseverance, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. The tools and insights you've gained throughout this book are designed to help you build a foundation for long-term success and meaningful achievement. Embrace your own journey. Success is deeply personal, and there's no universal formula. What success looks like for you is entirely up to you. It might be about achieving professional goals, improving your health, building meaningful relationships, or making a difference in your community. Whatever your definition, your journey is valid. Embrace it fully. Along the way, stay connected to your purpose, as this will be your guiding light. Reflect regularly on what matters most to you and how you want to contribute to the world. Keep your vision clear, but be flexible enough to adjust your approach as needed. Life is full of unexpected twists, and adaptability is a key element of long-term success. Commit to continuous growth. Success is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of growth, learning, and refinement. Every day presents an opportunity to develop new skills, adjust your strategies, and strengthen your resilience. Commit to continuous improvement, and see every setback as a learning opportunity rather than a failure. Growth is never linear, but it's always possible, as long as you remain persistent and open to change. Keep setting new goals that challenge you, but also celebrate the milestones along the way. Acknowledge your progress, and take pride in how far you've come. Remember, every small victory is a building block towards something greater. Create your legacy. As we've discussed, a legacy isn't about fame or wealth. It's about the positive impact you have on others. Whether it's through your work, your relationships, or the causes you support, the legacy you create will reflect who you are and what you value. Focus on making a difference, no matter how small, and the impact of your success will extend far beyond your own lifetime. A legacy is built by showing up every day with intention, integrity, and dedication. As you continue to build your path to success, ask yourself how you can inspire, help, and support others along the way. The most successful lives are those that not only achieve personal goals, but also uplift and empower those around them. Final thoughts. Your path to success is uniquely yours, to define and create. The journey will not always be easy, but with the right mindset, consistent effort, and a commitment to your values, you will continue to move forward. You now have the tools to cultivate the resilience, focus, and clarity needed to create lasting success. Success that is not defined by a destination, but by the legacy you leave, and the person you become along the way. Believe in your ability to achieve great things. Take one step at a time, trust in your process, and never forget that success is not about where you end up. It's about the journey and the growth you experience along the way. The path to success begins with you. Now go out and create your own.